Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. I hope you are all doing well. For today, I will be showing you how I tried out for the first time oil paintings. So I have had a oil painting set for over a decade. I tried it once I was a kid. I did a mess, it was not fun. And for this year, one of my New Year resolutions was to try and learn how to oil paint and finally give these paints some use. And I thought that one of the sketches that I did to lift up my sketchbook would be a good subject. So I decided to go for a sardine. I drew it some time ago and I thought it would be a good subject because of how shiny fish can be, I guess. And also because blue is sort of my safe color. I feel like I'm more comfortable painting with some cold colors, so it was a good subject to try and learn how to use oil paintings. I was pretty cautious while using them because I knew how messy they could be. I started by doing some really light washes. It felt a bit like watercolor at first. I was using the oil to dilute the pigment quite a bit. And I also did this in my sketchbook, so I was kind of scared that it would go through the paper because of the oil. So you might see me flipping the page quite often just to check if it hadn't gone through at some point. But at this stage I was pretty scared and not sure what to expect from the color or how I could use it. But I was pretty pleasantly surprised that it was really easy to blend and to apply. I don't know why, but I had this horrible impression of oil, thinking it was impossible to blend, but I was proven wrong by this. And I think that the first time I used it, I was a kid again, so don't judge me. But I don't think I diluted a pigment with the oil. I think I just applied it directly as it was to the canvas. And because of that, I really didn't like it. So in this try, I had watched some videos to just have an idea of how to use the oil paints, so it was a bit easier and a lot less messy, but I was also pretty careful about that. I will link below the videos I used to guide myself while I was painting. I watched them like once just to see how the medium worked and to see how people use like their brushes, if they load them a lot with ink, if they use them to blend while dry, for example. So I was just experimenting and I didn't really have high expectations, but it turns out that oil paints are something that I like a lot. In my last videos where I tried something new, I was pretty disappointed with almost everything that I tried. I tried Acrylics and I tried the colored inks from Winsor & Newton, and both of them didn't leave a great impression, especially the Acrylics. I was very disappointed with them. I really didn't like them. So I was sort of expecting the bad luck to keep going, and it didn't happen. I was really happy with oil paints. I really enjoy how they work and I really enjoy how forgiving they are. I felt like I could easily hide any mistake that I did, or it was easy to like take back too much from the shadow or too much from a highlight if I needed to. And this, I guess, also is because of how long it takes to dry it and the fact that it doesn't lift once it dries. So this whole painting, I did it in 2 sittings. I did a lighter painting on the first day, then I left it to dry, and on the second day I decided to apply more pigments because again I was afraid of how the inks would react if I were to keep adding. But it didn't happen, it didn't lift up, and I really enjoyed how it worked. Another thing that I liked about oil paints is how vivid the paint looks. The colors look really saturated, and I was really happy about that, and that as they dried they didn't like change color too much or anything. It was something that I was completely unaware of how it worked, So it was really nice to see that what I applied was basically what I got in the end. A thing that is not so nice about oil paints is how long they take to dry. As we speak right now, my sketchbook is still open and I'm still waiting for it to dry. I don't know how much longer it will take, but it's been open for more than 24 hours, and I sort of expect it to stay open for the next 24 hours at least, so that the drawing can dry a bit more. But otherwise, that's one of the few cons. Another con is that it is horrible to wash off. I tried really carefully not to be too messy with my paints this time. I'm usually a horrible painter. I am extremely messy. After a while I get bored and I don't know what happens in my brain, but I need to mix all of the colors together, and I tried really hard not to do that here and to be really well organized with my paints so that the washing process wouldn't be horrible. I was aware that it was messy from my first adventure with oil, but since it was so long ago, I wasn't really sure how messy it would be. And it turns out it is still really horrible, no matter how hard I am to make things easy to clean. The spirit really helped diluting the inks from the brush, so it wasn't as hard to take it out, and I have a special soap just for brushes, so it was pretty easy to wash the brushes. The palette, however, it was pretty nightmarish. I think I still see some, like, a very light haze of ink on it, and I tried really hard to wash it off. I stayed quite a long time in the sink trying to get it clean, but it still wouldn't work. So I did my best. It took a very long time to get it clean. Now I kind of understand why a lot of painters just let the paints dry in the palette and put new pigments on top of it. That's a con, but I guess it's a small con. You have to take care of all of your equipment, and I guess this one just takes a bit longer to look after. Otherwise, drying times and cleaning times aside, oil was really fun for me. Loved how easy it is to blend the colors and how easy it is to layer them. I really hope to be able to do some more paintings in the future. I really got motivated to paint more with them, and maybe to even get some stuff that I don't have, like for example canvases. I think you can tell by now that I love painting on my sketchbook and my sketchbook alone, but it really made me think like, whoa, maybe I might paint a canvas with this. It would be really fun to do like a long time painting thing. But for now I think I'll just keep it to my sketchbook. I was pleasantly surprised on how it didn't bled through to the other side. Again, maybe it would if I applied more oil to the paints, but I'm not sure yet. Thanks to this painting, now I want to try another medium that I never use, which are acrylics. I also have a bunch of acrylics. They are awfully old, but still brand new because they're part of the group of materials that I once got and never used. So yeah, I might try that for my next video, I'm not sure. But I've been having a lot of fun trying new materials, so who knows? So yeah, my overall impression of oil colors and of oil paints is that they are great. I am a fan. 10 out of 10. Would try again. And the cons are that they are horrible to clean. That is like the worst part for me, is really just the cleaning part of them. They are so messy and hard to get off. And another con is the drying time, but I sort of expected that, so that's okay. But yeah, if you decide to paint with oils, bear in mind that you will have to leave whatever you paint out to dry for a very long time. Otherwise, yeah, a great medium. I'm very happy with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys all later. Bye!